Hi guys, let's do height checker. I know we're like kind of doing graphs right now, but I'm just gonna randomly do this one and then we'll probably go back to doing graphs because this is just a quick one. But basically, a school is trying to take an annual photo of all the students. The students are asked to stand in a single file line in non-decreasing order by height. Let this ordering be represented by the integer array expected, where expected at I is the expected height of the ith student in line. We are given an integer array called height, representing the current order that the students are standing in, and they say each height at I is the height of the ith student in line, 0 indexed. And they want us to return the number of indices where height at I is not equal to expected at I. So if we take a look at the examples down here, in example 1, we're given this array, and we would output 3 because if we actually put them in order, by height, like increasing order by height, this is what we would, the ordering that we would get, but this is the ordering that we were given in our input. And so the number of elements that are in the wrong place are 3, because 1, 3, and 4 are in the wrong place, as we can see here. So there's 3 total indices that don't match, so we would return 3. In example 2, we are given height equals this array, and then we would output 5 because all 5 of the indices in our input array don't match up with where they should be, because this is the expected, like if they were all in increasing order. In example 3, we're given height equals this array, and we would output 0 because all of the indices are already in the correct order, so none of them are in the wrong spot, so we would return 0. Okay, so this one is pretty straightforward. We can just basically create a duplicate array of the input array and then sort that, and then we'll just traverse through and check the indices of both of them or like the elements that are in both of the corresponding indices in the two arrays, and see and have like a counter that keeps track of how many elements are in the wrong place, and then we'll just return that counter at the end. So we can start by duplicating our height array. So we want to say, well, we'll just call this one sorted because we're going to sort it. So is a new array, and we can make this size height.length because we want it to be the same size. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and loop through and add all of the elements into this array so that they are the same for now. So for I is 0, I is less than height.length, I plus plus, sorted at I equals height at I. Okay, and then we're just gonna sort this array. So arrays.sort, sorted. So now, originally we would, like for example 1, we would have this. Now we have this for our sorted array. So now we can just loop through the arrays side by side, sort of, and count up how many are in the wrong place. So int total is 0, and then we're just gonna loop through. So, and it really doesn't matter if you say sorted or heights.length because they're the same length anyway. If sorted at I is not equal to heights at I, then we have a mismatch. So total plus plus, and at the end we just return total. And that should be it. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, okay. And then our time complexity is going to be O of n log n, where n is the number of elements in our height array, or like the number of students we have technically if you're thinking about it in terms of the prompts. But that is because this n comes from traversing through our array. This is O of n here in our for loop to create this duplicate array, and then this is also O of n where we loop through again to compare the elements. So that's O of n, and then the The log comes from sort because the sorting is n log n, so this kind of overrides the two for loops anyway. So in total, it like we just yeah, the time complexity just comes from the sorting basically, which is n log n. And then our space complexity is going to be just O of n, where n is the same thing. And that is because we have this duplicate array to store all of the elements that were in heights. We just, yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that is our only data structure here. This is negligent. And yeah, so that's it for this problem. Thank you guys for watching, and like and subscribe if you found it helpful. Thanks, bye.